Okay, Coach, they indeed love their football here in upstate New York as you look inside of New Era Field in Orchard Park. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins and the Buffalo Bills. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago, it's Derrick Henry. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Henry out of the pistol. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. From the gun, Jackson. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the first down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Derrick Henry. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Throwing is Jackson, escaping the pressure right. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
Let's go now. Check. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Jackson now. Flush to his right. Screenplay, Johnson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack. Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're an offense and you saw that on tape, you got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Back deep, Golden Tate. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Now a two-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Stop your whining. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. Get that ball.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Running from the gun with Howard. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. On 1st down, they run with Howard. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
I'm going to run you over.
From the gun, here's Watson. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Watson. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Deshaun Watson, 40 yards, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even on a passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice gain.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man, able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Jackson to throw. They'll roll him out, and this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
This is Howard on second down. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll run on first down. It's Howard. Trey Boston up to make the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On the delay, it's Howard. And he's got room. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 26 and a first down. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it, but a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
That throw into the arms of Allen. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Give him 32 on the play. The previous play, big on the ground. That one big through the air. Things have jumped up quickly.
Certainly appears that whatever their thought process is on the defensive side of the ball, they're one play behind. You know, loaded up for the pass, they hit them with the run. Load up for the run, they hit them with the pass. They've got to get in sync.
Now Howard. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Second and goal from the 1. They'll run for it with Martin. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Doug Martin, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Gold with the extra point, and that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Throwing to start the drive, but that went incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
That's what I do.
And an alley to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 17 on that one and a Bills first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime.
Play.
Hey, 31!
He's checking credit.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. No gain there as he kept it himself. It's second down.
No gain on the play. Leads to second and goal at the 2-yard line.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down. So backed up to the 6 now. Third and goal. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. And it's caught. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They come out here in the eye. The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on fourth and goal.
Back.
They'll run for it. Martin, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Doug Martin in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On second down, it's Martin. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down. Watson on first down. They set up the screen to Martin. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. A huge play there on the screen pass. 46 yards. So now following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Check right. Alert. Check nine. Let's go.
And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see what... And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Nick Boyle, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
Bills 30, Redskins nothing. Robbie Gould set to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jarrell Casey with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Gotta do better.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Buying time to his left. And he is going to be run down. What a disaster there. A huge loss. Preston Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now it's Tate. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. 30, 24.
Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. Sliding up, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. A well-executed safety blitz by Tony Jefferson leads to the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now the 2nd down throw on target. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
It's a gain of 22 yards. And the Bills, 1st down.
Watson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo 1st down.
That's the number 10. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 22.
On 1st down, it's Watson. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sack back of the 29. Nick Kwiatkowski able to maneuver in for the sack. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Check 52. 54.
Watson now to throw. It's complete. Doug Martin. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and just like that, it's 3rd down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Bills on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, a give to Martin. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third-down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there, and if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Nick Boyle, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game, as his guys continue to pour it on. Gold with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Again, it's Henry. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they keep handing it to him.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be fourth down. They're going on fourth down. It's Jackson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Preston Smith. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position.
Good set. 19.
First down, here's the run with Martin. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. They run again on first down, Martin. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On second down, Martin. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all. As we will make our way to the 2-minute warning.
It's 3rd and 10.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Eluding the pressure right. He completes it to Tate. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
Then we got to give a little tip of the cap for the defense there. Zone coverage, locked it in tight, made it really difficult because they tried the crossing route against it, and it worked for a completion, but you have to know where the sticks are on third down. Didn't get beyond them, no pickup.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now a desperation throw. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense through the shutout, Adam. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, up a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Bills, the win form is number 6 on the year, and they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Washington, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7, and they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.